Alright guys, so I've made some more progress on the game. This is essentially the same controls as before, and there's only a few things that I've added in. So right now I'm just going to change the volume to be 5% of the maximum, and this is so you can hear me over the sound of the game. So this is the living quarters for floor 2, floor 2 for the space station. And you wouldn't start out in here. You would start out, when you make a new game, in this room here. You would start out in this corner here, which is where I'm going to be placing the bed for the main character. But this is considered the main character's room. The sign out here tells you her full name. My Turing Nguyen. So this is her room. Sorry, we still don't have the animation for the character yet. My team has not been getting me that done. They haven't been getting that done yet. Hopefully on the next update I'll have better animation for that. So the tutorial would take place in here. You would be instructed on how to jump, how to crouch, how to interact with objects, and how to use your action buttons for charge mode only, for this yellow mode only. You won't have access to defensive mode or offensive mode yet, along with any of the abilities it has, until later in the game. And that's to simplify things and prevent you from using it on the ship. You're not supposed to be using those abilities on this ship because there won't be any enemies. So about the sign system, when you interact with a sign, it will prevent anything in the world from updating. So it will prevent enemies from hitting you. It's the same method as we use in pausing. So the default color system is blue, and pressing X will take you to the next page of the text box. I'm limited in the amount of colors I can provide, because for each color I use, I assign it to a character in the string. So I've assigned both less than, greater than, backslash, and tilde as special coloring characters. And I think I can use hashtag, the cash sign, modulus, caret, and the ampersand sign for other colors, but I don't really feel like putting them in yet unless I need them. And the last line of any text box is written in yellow, just to show that you're gonna continue the game when you click X. So after that kind of explanation, it would teach you how to open doors, and you would be able to move throughout the world, just exploring. We don't have any NPCs in here yet, but that's not to say that there won't be, because there will. Another main character is Arthur T. Clarke, and this is his room. It's a bit more advanced just because of his status in the game. There's moving platforms. I think I showed you guys that last time. You might be seeing screen tearing right now. That is a condition that that's Pygame's fault, and there's no way around it because of the way they implemented SDL. So in the next version, hopefully in the next version, I will be using Piglet instead, which will actually be using vertical syncing. So we won't have this issue whenever I get that implemented. Until then, we're gonna have to suffer with that. So yeah, most of these signs will tell you, most doors will have a sign next to them telling you what room they go to, as well as what you're currently on. So this is the main hallway. There's a shortcut I put in right now for debugging that allows me to delete objects by pressing down on the directional pad. This just makes it easier for me to go through the maze objects. The whole point of putting these elevators in here is to prevent people from, it just makes people spend a bit more time exploring the area. So there would be a door here that goes into the next floor, floor 3. Floor 1 would be right here. The door would go from right there. There is an opening here because I'm making this accessible to the player for other reasons. There will be more content here, more things you can interact with. This is all empty space right in here, so we're gonna use this for some other purpose. I don't know what yet. As well as this area here, the area above here, that I believe. Oh darn! Let me put the volume up a bit. So there isn't a way to get through here until, yeah, there isn't a way to get through here. So there could be content if I wanted to put content here, but yeah. Let's see. What else do I have to show? Oh, the basic AI. So there is AI for players. However, it's not that great. Okay, so this is the basic run AI. They will run along any platform they're touching until they hit a wall or the lack thereof. So if they hit an edge, they'll turn around. They each take 3 bullets to kill. So let me just lower the FPS. Oh. Okay, so 1. And let's turn around. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So each bullet deals 8 damage right now. That the damage they deal can be variable, so you can set it later on to whatever you want. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Oh shoot. That was the wrong option. I wanted to switch to the FPS. There we go. I can still toggle full screen, and I think the only real change I made was adding in the signposts. As for levels, you'll see that there's a brown tint when I get through here. A brown, well, it's silver right now, but for levels for the area that you would play in, floor 2 will be silver, floor 1 will have a blue tint, and floor 3 will have a greenish tint. This brown hue is reserved for the Mars iteration of the space station, and for that, all levels will have the same tinting over this base coloring. Yeah, that's about it. Hopefully by the next time I will have either Piglet running or Piglet working properly, in which case I won't have the vertical tearing issues, or I will have implemented some format of like a storyline, because currently I don't know how I can implement that. But the idea would be, after a certain event with a certain NPC, it would raise the storyline state of the player, which would enable more objects in the world to be loaded. I can like optionally prevent certain objects from being loaded, such as like say a door. Say if a certain flag isn't set in your constants or inside the player, then I wouldn't load the door that was written here, and that would be defined by the JSON file, the JSON data for that door. So I think it would be fairly simple to implement that kind of stuff once I figure out how to implement a story. But yeah, that's about it.